question is that when the lawmakers are talking and describing it as a fraud, there are those who came out to say, where were you guys when this idea was being raised?
Thank you very much. The House of Representatives said it's a fraud. And every Nigerian has right to ask, where were the lawmakers? But the issue is, you do not go to run a ministry for a minister. You don't do it.
But you play an oversight role.
No, let me tell you, that's where you are getting it wrong. If you look at the entire budgeting process for the last 4 years, the entire budgeting process, most of the expenses regarding Nigeria Air were not there. And we were supposed to be oversighting what we have budgeted for the implementation. For example, if things have gone wrong about airport facilities, airport infrastructures, and the rest, you can blame us. Here, what we expected was that in the requirement to consult stakeholders, the minister will have known, or should have known, that the National Assembly is equally a stakeholder in this thing, and then he should have taken the National Assembly along.
Yeah.
But you see, he had consultants, allegedly, that's what we were told, and those consultants were the one driving the process. And until he comes to us and say, look, this is where we are, this is the help that we need, we cannot just go and tell him we cannot be legislator and be ministers at the same time.
Senators, let me ask you, is it a fraud because stakeholders were not carried along, or is a fraud, according to the lawmakers, based on discrepancy that you have found out in the funding or the financing or in the administrative dispensation of this project?
Well, Shehu, happily enough, you know, I was a member of the Senate in the 9th Assembly. I was never a member of the House of Representatives. And I'm sure, from what you have read and seen, it was the House of Representatives that described that process as a fraud.
So from the Senate point of view,
we never said it was a fraud. But we admitted the fact that there were certain things that were wrong, that were done wrongly, and if certain things were taken into account, we will not have been in this needless controversy. So it will be uncharitable for me to comment on whether it's a fraud or not when I have not come to the conclusion that it is one.
But from your point of view, is it a fraud or not?
No, I will not say it's a fraud because I have no reason to say it's a fraud. Let me tell you, it was a well-intentioned project. But what went wrong, I believe, I hope I'm wrong, was that the ministry kept everything to its chest. So necessary advice that will have helped the project to seemingly, seamlessly, how do I develop?
Yeah.
Were not available to the minister. And like I told you, based on what we were told, he was working with consultants. And those consultants were the one advising him. So, but he has to take responsibility as a minister. But what is important is that the end result will show clearly that things really went wrong in the process.
Let's break it down.